everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined and our TGIF edition. I'm Guard Swanson. Coming up, are you ready for some football? The Seahawks schedule is out, and it features some prime-time reunions, especially with Richard Sherman and the Niners. Plus, playing favorites. One mom admits she has a favorite child. Now she's feeling the wrath of the internet. And splitting the bill after a bad date, a woman receives an invoice for her half of the dinner. Should she cover the cost? Well, we're going to find out. It's Friday, and that means, as always, we get things started off with our hot topics, and we got our favorites here. Since we're talking favorites, or some of our favorites. Star 101.5's Kent Phillips and Jen Piruk are here. I don't want to. Who's my favorite out of you two? Because we're going to get into that.
Jen is. Don't give me this. Jen is. Come on.
All right, let's get right into this. Our first hot topic, we're talking about the Seahawks schedule. It is out. The Hawks open the season on the road at Denver on September 9th. The home opener is week 3 against the Cowboys. In all, Seattle will play 5 primetime games, including 3 at home in December. Are you ready for some football, guys? You like the schedule? You got Richard Sherman with the Niners. He's coming in. There's Richard right there. He's coming in on December 2nd, and that's going to be fun.
Go Hawks!
Yeah.
I don't understand the big deal about the schedule thing. Like, why is it such a big deal?
Because you find out
prime games?
Oh, it's huge.
First prime time, but then you find out how tough your schedule is. You're playing tough opponents. What are you doing? All that kind of stuff.
Is this tough opponents?
This is ugly. I mean, this is ugly. Look at it. We got the first 8 weeks of the season, only 2 games are at home.
And they start on the road for 2.
They start on the road for 2, they're back, then they're gone, then they're gone. It's like...
This is like the biggest Hawks fan, like season ticket holder forever.
That's insane.
And you got 5 primetime games, and the team, is it going to be any good this year?
Well, you don't know.
way.
And you got a hard schedule in terms of strength of schedule.
yeah.
We're playing Green Bay, we're playing Dallas, we're playing Rams twice. It's ugly.
And you got the draft coming up next week, and we're going to find out there.
We lost all our good players, in my opinion, like all our well-knowns. I'm mad about that.
It absolutely got gutted.
Let me tell you one thing, though. This is from the CI.
Okay.
So, back in 2013, nobody knew who Richard Sherman was. Russell Wilson was a backup. Nobody knew who Earl Thomas was. And then that year, they killed it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
They
ready.
killed it.
Ready.
Yeah,
So
but they had the Legion
exciting.
of Boom tune that was killing it.
Yeah, but you didn't know when the season started, did you?
Right.
Yeah.
Come along lately,
We will
fans.
find
Okay.
out.
With you
Look,
two.
we're talking football, and it's April. I love
Bandwagon
it.
fan.
All right, our next hot topic, no more spitting at the safe. The King County Board of Health voted Thursday to prohibit smokeless tobacco at pro sports venues, including Safeco Field. That means the Mariners and their opponents will no longer be able to use chewing tobacco at the stadium. I don't think you're going to be able to stop these guys from chewing tobacco. They did kill smoking. You remember a long time ago,
Yes.
you could light up, but that's gone.
I mean, I'm glad about it. I think it's so ugly to be spitting, and they're role models for kids. So, and you see the little kids at their ball game spitting, and it's not necessary.
You ever tried it? Put a little Copenhagen down here? You ever tried
I mean,
it?
for me, gross. No, I don't. I'm not into that.
that.
The first time's awful. I got sick on it,
Yeah.
and then I never tried it again, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. But I have friends that do it, and they love it.
Yeah,
Well, it's so bad for your gut.
I had a roommate in college, right? You know, your pigs in college. He spit, but he had this spittoon over here. And,
Oh,
and so you'd walk into the room and you'd go, come on, dude. Come on,
Dude,
man.
that's disgusting.
that's so gross,
yeah.
kid.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be.
No,
That's
dude.
so gross. I'm glad they banned it, and I hope they can enforce
I
it.
think like 50% of the stadium's now banned it. So
Yeah.
and Major League Baseball's behind just what you said. They don't want it to be a bad image for kids.
No. All right. All right. Our next hot topic, another tolling proposal in Seattle. This one for the Highway 99 tunnel. The leading option is to charge anywhere between $1 and $2.25, depending on the time of the day. They need to pay off debt on this project, but is the city taking this a little bit too far? It's going to be fun when this thing opens up, but man, are you going to have to pay to go through it?
I'm so fired up. I mean, you are going to have to pay for everything to get into the city and stay here.
Yeah.
Forget it. I am not in favor of this tolling.
But when you look at San Francisco, you take the bridges in, and they kill you on the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Bay Bridge, and the San Mateo Bridge, and the Carquinez Bridge.
Yeah.
They crush you.
Same thing in Dallas, like every 20 feet you're going through a toll. But from your point of view, I see it, because you're up on the east side, right?
I'm north,
So you got
yeah.
the $10 coming down in 405. Then you got the 520
Everywhere.
for another $10.
Make it rain cash.
Then you got to take and there might be a congestion tax too. So it'll probably cost you $30-40 to get to work each day.
Forget it.
It adds up, doesn't
No,
it? 200 a month. It's 800 a month.
Oh wait, you can take a bus.
That's right.
Well, that works in an early morning
Isn't that-
schedule.
I think, isn't it really they're trying to push mass transit, get
That's what
people
they're
out
trying
of
to
the
do. They're trying to
city?
get you on the bus or Saturday or something like that.
You sit in
Sure.
traffic.
I'm not for it.
You can make your decision if you're sitting in traffic. I'll tell you that, because that's the worst.
You could just
It
live
is
at
the
work.
worst.
You
It
just
is the
park it,
worst.
get a little bed down here at work.
Yeah, if you put your bed at work, maybe, but you can't afford any place to live here, that's for sure.
All right, our
Nice
next hot
office.
topic. I love this one. A mom in England facing backlash after admitting on a talk show she does have a favorite child. A lot of people on the internet are just blowing up over this. Now, you guys have children. Do you have a favorite?
You can have your favorite, but keep it quiet. I actually really don't. My kids, we were talking.
You can have a favorite, but keep
don't
it
talk
quiet.
about it. Just
Right.
keep it to yourself in your own heart.
So
know?
you don't tell the favorite you're the favorite?
No, well, I will tell you, because my girls and I talked about this. No, I don't have a favorite. I really love them because they both bring individual things to the table. Kent, you know my kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're very different. So I don't have a favorite.
Well, I definitely have a favorite son. But I only have
one
only
son
have
and
one.
one daughter.
Count.
That's what I always say. I have a favorite youngest daughter and a favorite oldest
I
daughter.
can't even imagine. I got two, and they're so different, boy, girl,
Yeah.
and you love them both. You can't.
Does the lady deserve catching some heat?
Yeah, you don't say that.
I don't think so
You're gonna
either.
mess their brains up
Like I
later in
said,
life.
yes.
It's not gonna be good.
There's a lot of therapy that's going to happen after all this.
Keep your trap shut, lady.
Right.
No.
All right, from a favorite child to Destiny's Child, our next hot topic, the performance everybody's still talking about, Beyonce at Coachella. The Queen slayed her 2-hour set, reuniting with Destiny's Child and bringing out a slew of special guests. And she's back tomorrow for weekend number 2. No one puts on a show like this lady. I saw her here in Seattle at a concert that only 100 people went to. She had 4-5 wardrobe changes. You talk about killing it. She rocked it for 2 hours. She was awesome.
She does everything right. She's amazing. I have not seen her yet, and I can't wait to.
I've seen her once, but she's legit. Because
Yeah.
I was backstage for the show, right? And
Yeah.
so sometimes you're backstage.
Because you're big time.
Well, yeah,
You're big time.
Kind of a big
Backstage with
deal.
Beyonce.
Kind of a big deal. So I'm backstage and I'll give you a little dirt. So I'm backstage at Janet Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Janet Jackson comes out and she's singing, and then she turns around and she's still singing. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's coughing. How is she still singing?
She didn't have a wardrobe malfunction, did she?
Oh, she did. But they keep doing that. But Beyonce, they didn't have auto-tune on her.
They
And for those that
don't?
don't know, so a lot of artists have a thing called auto-tune that actually tunes them into pitch. She is so pitch perfect.
Yeah.
They don't need it. She's legit.
Here we go. We're moving on. Taylor Swift's polarizing cover of September. Swift stripped down the Earth, Wind, and Fire classics, and it hasn't gone over too well. In her version of the song, as bad as everyone thinks, is it bad? What do you think she's done with the Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff?
So we tested this on the air. Jen, you heard, I
mean,
surprised you with it.
You do not take a classic hit like that and try to remake it, because it's going to go nowhere but down, right? Because it's such a great song. It was terrible. I
And the deal is,
hated it.
the Earth, Wind, and Fire song is up. I remember, I can't sing.
Like, you got to dance to
Dance
it,
to
right?
it. Hers is an acoustic ballad.
Oh.
So it's just her and
she's
a
trying to be
guitar.
different, though?
Well, she's trying to do every
You
take
have
on it,
to.
but it's guitar, it's her, it's off key. They should have
Did
used
you hear
auto-tune.
it?
Well, no, I haven't, but
It's
I think
not
you
good.
said it right. I think, how difficult is it to take a classic and make it better? Can you?
don't. It's-
Has it ever
Only
happened?
time that works is on American Idol when they're redoing their version. They're trying a different twist on something.
Even then, it's tough, but
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
tough.
You
don't
do
try
that.
it.
Yeah.
All right, our next hot topic, the Clipper Around the World race fleet is docked in Seattle. You can tour the boats April 22nd and the 24th through the 27th at Bell Harbor Marina. This is pretty wild. I did a story on this thing. These guys travel across the country. They go, or actually the world, 40,000 nautical miles. It takes them 11 months. It's a race of 11 yachts. They're all 70 feet. Look at this weather right here.
Oh my gosh, no way.
And you have
These
to
are like people
qualify.
sign up for this, right? It's
Yeah.
like
You
people
could be
just like you and me can
Yeah.
sign
Like a
up.
teacher.
Anybody.
Or a
There
car
was a
salesman.
nurse that saw a story, I think, on Como.
Yes.
And decided, I'm doing this.
And
then
you
just quit and
hosted
did
the
it.
party when they went off, right?
I did.
You did, yeah.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's awesome that they do it. It is definitely not for me. No way. But yes, anyone like you, me, anybody out there. could
It's cool
call
that
up and
the
say, I'm doing
option's
it.
there.
I mean, it's some cash, but
And your tight quarters.
no.
I'm thinking
11
it is,
months on a
It's like
boat?
Survivor on a boat. You know what I mean?
They're
It's tough.
They're coming in soon, and you can actually go see the boat that they live on, and it is tight. I mean, their bunk beds are like this far
It's pretty
apart.
cool,
It's
though.
I got a
crazy.
question.
It's cool.
So you're
Yeah.
living that close and everything else. What's it smell like?
I mean,
I don't know.
bad.
I would have thought.
Yeah.
It's like-
And can you chew tobacco on it?
Because the kids across the bunks.
All right, exactly. Our next hot topic, Seattle's Up House appears to be safe for now. The developer of Ballard Block says they have no plans to demo the house and are actually exploring ways to update the house. There have been rumors that the house would be torn down today. I'm kind of glad it's sitting there, but if I owned that house and I know that all that project and commercial property is going around, I think I'm selling. I think I'm selling.
Really? You flip houses all the time, though, so.
But you know, it's lost so much
No.
value.
See, I look at it as a marketing opportunity. Because
Yeah,
that
there
could be
you go.
iconic, right? So
It could.
You do stuff inside, you get some Seattle memorabilia inside, you charge people, you make a bunch of money on this little house.
All right, let's move on. Well, if you're a fan of Up and want to see the characters from the movie up close and personal, it's time to head to sunny California for 4 Pixar Fest at Disneyland Resort. All next week on Refine, we're taking you inside Pixar Fest, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at all the parades, the shows, the attractions, and the best part, you can win a trip to the Disneyland Resort to experience Pixar Fest for yourself. All you have to do is head to the contest page on SeattleRefined.com and enter now for your chance to win. I was down there last week with my buddies here and all my teammates from Seattle Refined. I'll tell you what, Disneyland has it going on with Pixar Fest.
Really?
It
I
is
can't
really
wait to
cool.
see
Can't
it.
wait.
All right, don't go anywhere. You guys got to sit tight. We got another segment.
Okay,
We're
ready to
picking your
go.
brain.
Ready to go.
All right, we are just getting started here. Coming up, he paid for dinner, she ghosted him, and now he wants her to pony up. We'll weigh in on this dating disaster. And it's the condiment you never knew you needed or maybe never wanted. A supersized edition of Hot Topics continues as well with these two jokers right here when we come back. Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. Our Hot Topics panel, Jen Pirak and Ken Phillips from Star 101.5 are here. We're just getting warmed up. Can you feel
Love
it?
it. Yes, I feel
Come on,
it.
keep it coming, keep it
Friday,
All right,
it's
we got
fun.
the juiciest stuff right now.
All right.
And
Okay.
This is a good topic right here. Billed for a bad date, a woman received an invoice for her share of dinner after she stopped responding to her date's text messages. The guy even threatened to take her to collections if she didn't pay up. This guy sounds like a goofball, doesn't he?
I
Come
would
on.
have laughed so hard if I got an invoice from a guy on a date.
I admire this guy.
I
No,
mean,
He's doing what every guy wants to do, but never has the guts to do.
Are you kidding? What about chivalry? Well, just if you're going to take somebody out,
don't
just
expect
pay
anything.
for it.
Yeah, don't expect
No,
anything
you
in
pay
return.
for it, but then if she's never responds, it's kind of, well, then you go,
I
you know
will
what?
say
It's
there's
wasting my
something to
money.
that. I think it's rude that she didn't respond. I mean, if
She
she didn't
should've.
have a good time, then just be
All
honest
she
and
has to say
say
is, hey,
that. Yeah.
thanks for dinner, but no, but
This
not
isn't
even a thank
working.
you.
Yeah, that's
I'd
not
go,
okay.
You know what? Let's have a little fun with this woman.
Yeah,
You would do that for
Oh,
sure.
you're
spiteful.
He's a jokester.
You're a spiteful dude.
Yeah.
It's not spiteful, for humor. I would totally do it.
I mean, it is funny.
It is kinda funny.
And I read some of the comments that she got back, and I heard that someone said, send him an invoice back for all the time she wasted on
Oh, that's great.
right?
That's what you would do. You can
Touche,
use
right?
Oh, yeah, here's your invoice, buddy.
Here we go. All right, our next hot topic, Olivia Pope and Associates are closing up shop. ABC Scandal signed off last night after 7 seasons. I didn't quite watch it, but is this show a legacy? Did you guys watch this at all?
I did, yeah.
Did you like it?
I didn't.
You did?
Oh,
It's
you
just
didn't.
my wife made me
Okay.
watch it. And
Okay.
she was totally into it.
Yeah.
I was like, not the acting was really good, and I just didn't get into the storyline as much.
I have a couple friends that watch it religiously,
Right.
and last
Yeah.
night was like an epic. They posted online, if you need me between this time and this time, forget about it. Get me before this time because I'm watching Scandal.
You know what's great about the show, though? It was the first show where a person of color,
Yes.
a second show actually, a person of color played the lead.
Yeah.
Now it's like nobody
Yes.
thinks about it. You got Blackish, all these shows to do it, but it was
Kinda
for its
started that.
time. It started
Yeah.
that, and that was
Bravo
a really
for
cool
that.
part.
Yeah,
I love that.
absolutely.
I love
absolutely.
that.
But you didn't catch it? You know, if it's red hot, why kill it after 7 seasons? I don't get that.
I don't either.
Oh, you
Why?
make a ton of money in reruns. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, that's
Are
true.
you kidding me?
See, you're the
That
big
guy
dog.
knows all about the
You're
money.
All about the money, man. I did Knots Landing. I'm still getting $2 checks. You know what I'm saying?
Ken,
I'm serious.
you're
It's
milking
great.
that.
Look at this.
I love
It's
it.
$2. That was 20 years ago.
Okay,
Oh, geez.
speaking of scandals, our next hot topic, Tristan Thompson, the Cavs forward, the Cleveland Cavaliers, we're talking about NBA, didn't get on the court Wednesday in his team's win over the Pacers. This comes after allegations he cheated on Khloe Kardashian before she gave birth to their daughter, True. Is this guy on the bench because of his personal life? I just think he's on the bench because he can't make a bucket. That's what I think. And I don't think a coach would bench you for
No
what you're doing
way.
with your
I
personal
mean,
life.
I can't believe that.
I'm shocked there was some cheating on with a Kardashian involved.
That's so
I've
weird.
never
Drama
heard that
with
before.
Wait, a
them?
pro athlete
Kardashian?
cheating? What?
What? With a Kardashian?
Why are we
Oh,
spending time on
wow.
this?
All right, our next hot topic, Mayo Chup. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
It's
will be
fry
coming-
sauce.
Do you guys know about this? They're,
This
they're
is
combining
great.
mayo and ketchup together. You know, I grew up in a very, very poor family, and my mom, with the big thing, was to mix ketchup and mayonnaise, and it was
Yes.
like, oh man, it was a home run.
Yes.
It's called fry sauce.
Yeah, it's great. I
Yes.
love it, but
My
you
daughter
put it on
does
a
all the time.
burger. You
Yes,
put it
for
on a
sure.
burger.
but do you think it will taste the same as when you
Yes!
really?
This is genius.
You mean pre-made? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
it's all
versus
pre-made
doing
in a
it
can. So
yourself?
it's a,
Do that noise again? It sounds like that. No.
You've heard that sound before. All right, let's
just
go have a
move on.
burger. You guys bring the mayo, you bring the ketchup.
That's the key. I mean, isn't that like secret sauce? It's always mayo with mixed with
Always.
Yes.
ketchup. Sure. Yeah,
It
that's
is.
great.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The two most beautiful people on radio.
Well, one
Right.
beautiful. And then
All right, have a good weekend.
Happy Friday.
All right, coming up, it's coffee with a side of creativity. We're going to take you inside a latte art throwdown. Plus, tourists seem to love Seattle. We'll tell you the mind-blowing number of people who actually visited our city. Seattle Refined will be right back after this. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You know what? Nobody knows Seattle better than Refined.com managing editor Britt Thorson. SeattleRefined.com is always full of articles and everything. You guys do movies. You do What's the Best Latte. So what's
Yes.
going on today?
So we, earlier this week, and you're probably wondering why I didn't hear about it on the show, we hosted a screening for Amy Schumer's newest movie called I Feel Pretty over at Pacific Place. Folks got in for free. They got free drinks, free food. And here's the deal, you guys. We only had 200 tickets we could give out for this event. So we only posted it on social media on our Facebook page.
Did it blow up?
It blew up, and we do this all the time. This will not be our last event that we're going to actually give away free stuff. So if you haven't already, go like us on Facebook, because that's where the majority of the people came in, because they saw us online and then they emailed us saying, I want a ticket, I want a ticket. But it was so much fun, and I have to say that movie is fantastic, and it gives such like a confidence booster. If you're a woman,
yeah.
go see it and own it, and then walk straight out of that theater, walking like
Feeling
you
good?
just own the place,
Feeling
man.
proud?
I love it.
All right, let's switch things up just a little bit. You talk about people in an attractive city we have. So many people are
Yes.
coming here now, and I think we had a record number of people last year.
We did. A new report from Visit Seattle, which is our tourism bureau,
Oh, yeah.
came out and said that 39.9 million people, tourists, came and visited Seattle in 2017, which is incredible. It's the 8th consecutive year that number has grown. So we just keep getting more and more and more and more.
And when they're here, they're drinking coffee, too, and a lot of espresso, right?
As they should be. I love, so this weekend is the U.S. Coffee Championships, and it's all kicked off last night with this latte art throwdown, which is exactly what it sounds like. Basically, baristas came from around the world to
cool.
compete to see who could make the nicest, the best
that one.
latte art. They all had to use the same grinder, they had to use the same machine, they had to use the same milk, and then there was just this panel of judges. You can see them sitting right around there. That
Yeah.
was kind of, well, I like this one, but this one's froth is a little off, and this one's foam is a little funky. I just love that there's such a thing as a latte art competition, and not only that, but it's held here in Seattle.
Exactly. Hey, we talked football a little bit earlier with the Seahawks
Yeah.
earlier in the show.
Yep.
We got Seagull tryouts coming up.
Seagull tryouts, you guys. So this is by far one of the most popular things that we post on our website and that you guys just love clicking through. The semifinals are this weekend.
Wow.
Anyone can come up and join. You have to do 1 minute of freestyle dance, and that's the semifinals. Now, if you make that next cut,
You mean it's open for anybody?
well, not you, Gard. Anyone with actual talent in the dancing department. No, there's a couple requirements, but for the most part, it's an open casting call. You have 1 minute to freestyle
Yeah.
dance, and if you make that, you go on to the actual finals, which is mid-May. We're going to be there on Saturday. We're going to have
Cool.
a gallery up of the entire procedure and everyone trying out. These ladies are incredibly talented, and I have to tell you, I could never do it in a million years.
No, I know, and hopefully they're not spitting tobacco either.
Okay.
Yeah, that was earlier in our show. All right,
All
thank
right,
you.
hopefully.
Thank you, Britt. All right, Seattle Refined. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are just about finished with this episode of Seattle Refined. As we end the show, here are some of our favorite photos and moments of the week. Have a great Friday and a great weekend, everybody.